Hello YouTubers, thank you for tuning in for another Common Sense gun review. Glad to be here for another video and glad you're here. Today we are going to cover the Springfield Armory XD. Now this is the Gen 1, the original. I know that the Gen 2 is out there and they have made some refinements. And the reason I'm going over the Gen 1 is, well, partly because I own one. But partly because these weapons are, in my opinion, often overlooked by folks who are looking for a good firearm. Getting one that is new is still not impossible. Finding them used is not a bad option for you. A used gun, if you know what you're looking at, someone else has already taken the depreciation, someone else has broken it in. I bought this one used and it's operated flawlessly. So let's go over the Springfield Armory XD. You're going to find a lot of the features that are offered in the newer models and in the XDM, the XDS, things like that. But we're going to go through each item and do kind of an unboxing here. So, opening up, that fell out. The first thing you see when you open up this box is the goodie pack that they give you. First off, they give you a Kydex belt holster. Now this is, it is what it is. It's free. It is Kydex. It has just a little bit of retention, not a lot really. Keeps it from falling out. But that's really about the extent of what this holster does. Not the best holster. Offers no protection for the weapon along the slide and barrel. No retention up at the top to protect the weapon. You get what you pay for. It's free. So it does come with a moderately okay holster, and that's really the best grade I can give it, is moderately okay. Excuse me. So there's your holster. It comes with a magazine speed loader, which is pretty cool. It does exactly what it's supposed to. It loads the magazine. So not a lot of bells and whistles with that. It is what it is. Then it comes with this mag pouch. Now, exact same construction. It is what it is as far as comparison to the other two items, but I actually found this mag pouch is functional. I like this mag pouch. It is a lot smaller than what a lot of accessories you can get online or at the local sporting goods store. Fits the magazines perfectly because it's what it was designed for. All around good mag pouch here. So I'll rate the holster a C+. I rate the mag holder a B+. So good little mag holder there. I'll talk more about those as we get further into the review because there are some features to these that do add a little bit of nicety to them. But we'll get into that here in just a few minutes. You have the instruction manual, which is a pretty thick manual. Goes through pretty much everything you need to know about the pistol. Loading and unloading and things of that nature, how to field strip it, reassembly, gives you the parts list, pretty much what you find in any instruction manual. So standard manual, a little bit beefier than some. Now, getting into the rest of what's in the box. As with most firearms today, you're going to get a lock of some type. This one comes with the XD. It's not a secondary provided one by the gun store. This one actually is an XD cable lock. I don't use these. I don't believe in cable locks unless you have kids and you need to secure these weapons. These really are just pretty much just in your way. It renders your weapon inert. You do get a cleaning brush, which is nice to have. I've seen these started to be pretty much standard issue in a lot of these kit type weapons where you get a lot of freebies. These things really aren't cheap. They don't cost much to throw in. It's just a nice little bonus. You get spare magazine. These are Springfield made magazines. Steel construction. Base plate is polymer. The feed is polymer. It's, you know, pretty much a standard magazine, 15 round capacity. And then you get to the firearm. Now, I added this laser light. It is an aftermarket add-on, so when you buy this weapon, you're not likely to get this. I have cut out some of the foam there so it fits in the case properly. But standard, you get the pistol. I have just added this light device because this is my go-to home defense pistol. You know, a good light combination with a laser for things that go bump in the night. This is a good add-on. But we're not talking about the lights per se. We're talking about the weapon. I will remove this. And you can see the weapon does have an accessory rail. You've got your standard XD features. The weapon is clear. You've got, of course, a striker-fired weapon. You have built-in safety measures. You've got the grip safety, just like on a 1911. You have the Glock-style trigger safety. You have ambidextrous magazine release on either side. I can do it with right or left. So either side, you have an ambidextrous magazine release. Slide release is just on the one side, but it is nice and easy to find. Works very well. Not a whole lot of complaint with that at all. This is a striker-fired weapon, and quite frankly, I've not had any issue with it, but a lot of the research I've done on the striker on this weapon is that they are known to suffer damage from dry fire. Not something you really want to have with a weapon that you don't have a decocker for. There's no way to render that striker anything but in the firing position without pulling the trigger. So I try not to dry fire this one too often, but I will of course have to for the demonstration of this review. Good slide serrations on the back. You got a little bit of slide serration on the front. I would have preferred a little more, but it's there. I believe the Gen 2 does give you a little more there. Good 3-dot sights, pretty much standard, but these are removable, both front and back. You can replace them with pretty much anything on the market. Another great thing about the XD is there are tons of aftermarket pieces you can get for this weapon. It's highly popular. You know, the magazine base plates, striker cover plates. Yeah, I mean, pretty much anything you can imagine for this weapon is out there. So lots of accessories if you're into that kind of thing. It's a big pistol. It is a full-size semi-automatic handgun. So maybe not your best option for concealed carry unless you just like to have a full-size pistol, but definitely a good shooter. I have taken this one to the range and I have put several hundred rounds through it of everything you can imagine, from brass case to aluminum to steel case to hollow points, everything you can imagine feeding into a pistol. This weapon has had it and it has performed flawlessly. There is no failures of any kind that I have to report, not even ammo related. So this weapon has done a great deal of good service at the range. So let's talk about the trigger on this. Like I said, it has the Glock style trigger safety. It is exactly what you'd expect from a factory trigger. Pretty smooth, pretty crisp, but it does have a little bit of take up. And we're going to show you the reset now. So it's kind of hard to show you here, but I'll try to get in close so you can see just how much you have to go for the reset. Right there. So a little bit of pickup for the reset, and then again a little bit of pickup to get it back to firing. I've definitely had worse triggers on a factory gun, but the XD is pretty decent. I really can't complain too much on that reset. It's not too bad. You can get a lot of lead down range pretty quickly with that. So let's talk again about the accessories that come with this weapon. I've showed you the holster and the mag pouch, and now I'm going to show you why it's kind of important to me of some of the features on this. So you can see on the mag well here, you've got, looks like a Picatinny tack rail. Well, that's because these are designed to hold accessories. you're out at the range, when you keep your loader with you, attach it right there to your mag well. Pretty nifty little thing to have if that's what you want to use it for. I will tell you that I used this once for my light because I did not have a holster that was designed to hold the light. So I said, well, I'll just put it on there. If I need it, I've got it. Problem with that is it bumps into your body, turns the light on, and all of a sudden your pants start smoking. Yes, that happened. So maybe not the greatest option for some features. I could have put it on the other side, but it was actually digging into me there where the switch wouldn't hit. So I don't know. Your mileage is going to vary on this. You can make it that what you want, but I thought it was an interesting feature that they added on to these accessories. It also is attached to the holster that they give you on the front. You have that. So you've got options to do different things with these freebie accessories that they give you. So all in all, let's talk about the price of this weapon. Again, I got mine used secondhand. I did do some research on it before I bought it, like I do any weapon, and I found the goods and the bads about this. Not a lot of bads, other than it is a pure polymer weapon and it does have these notorious striker issues. But it is a good solid weapon. Probably you can pick them up used, I'd say around $300, depending on where you go and depending on the condition of the weapon. They're not hard at all to pick up for a very fair price, especially now that most people are looking at the Gen 2. But there's nothing wrong with the standard XD. It is a good solid weapon. It's dependable. As I said, I use it as my go-to home defense piece. When things go bump, this is the one I reach for. So the XD, good, solid, dependable weapon. You can usually get them at a very fair price. Lots of goodies in the box. You get, if you'll pardon the pun, a lot of bang for your buck on these. So I definitely would recommend the Springfield XD. A lot of common sense behind this one as far as home defense. Potentially carry, again, it's a little bit larger than anything I would want to carry on a normal basis, but your mileage, of course, may vary. Guys, if you have anything you'd like to add to this, any questions, concerns, comments, please post them below. I would love to hear from you. And thank you again for tuning in to Common Sense Gun Reviews. Have a great day, guys.